African magic here at Nkoloma Stadium. It's the 54th edition of the CAF Champions League, the best in as far as club football is concerned, where we are witnessing the first round of the two teams talking about Zanaco Football Club and Mbabane Swallows of Swaziland. Yes, it's a big game if you are to ask me. The last time the two teams met dates back to 2013, and that's how we are bringing live pictures from Nkoloma Stadium. My name is Gasper Ngulube, and I'm so excited to be in your company. Remember, we'll still update you on what happened yesterday, Tuesday, the 6th of March 2018, in reflection to CAF Champions League first round, first leg results. Young Africans, they did lose at home ground to Township Rollers. Big results, if you're to ask me, are Ali Sporting Club 4-0 beating Monana. It's a very entertaining season, if you're to ask me, for the CAF Champions League. But the fixtures today, Wednesday, the 7th of March, Zanaco. This is where we are at Nkoloma Stadium, taking on Mbabane Swallows. Zesco United in Dola up against ASEC Mimosa. And those are other fixtures to look forward to. Yes, we can talk about White Dart Athletic Club taking on Williamville Athletic Club as well. Big fixtures. The continent of Africa is back again with regards to CAF Champions League. From the preliminary rounds, we are heading towards the first round. After that, the teams that will progress will be able to go to the group stages in reflection to that. I'm not alone. Right here, I'm with a gentleman that will be able to break down talking points regards this particular encounter at Nkoloma Stadium. Gezani Mbewe, Africa obviously has got a big story to tell regards to football. We've produced a lot of players, imported, exported. We are here at Nkoloma Stadium for another game that will see the talent being exhibited. You're welcome.
Well, thank you very much, Gasper. This is the only expansion of African football, and that starts. It's good that we're having Southern African teams battling out this afternoon at this stadium. You expect a lot of sparks. This is the beauty of African football. We are able to export players all over the world. That is the best that we expect.
And I'd love to get to, what is your expectation regarding the first round? We've seen the preliminary rounds, but now we're in the first round.
Well, I expect it to have a battle of titans because both teams, they know what is at stake. You are talking of Mbabane Swallows. They have been really trying to get to the group stages, but you can see that it has been very difficult for them to penetrate. And I hope that they'll fight their lungs out. We've already seen this fight before. This game that we've played in 2013, they were here. So you expect a lot that from both teams, Zanaco and Mbabane Swallows.
All right, a lot is expected from the two teams. Now, instructions were very simple. When they were leaving Swaziland by the chief, telling them, go to Zambia and conquer. The fans arriving here at Nkoloma Stadium, those that belong to Umukonto Kashaka, that's their nickname, and you can see how confident they are. They believe in their team. They have seen them beating big teams on the continent of Africa before regards to the Confederations Cup, but this is a different page. They're yet to progress to the group stages. It's history for them. They've made it in the first round for the first time. Well, absolutely fantastic.
Of course, they're looking forward to do that for the first time. You remember that they started in 1998 when they qualified to the CAF Champions League, but they have never gone beyond the preliminary round. I think for me, it's them now to work hard to make sure that they can reach to the group stages.
And not only the Mbabane Swallows fans, but we have the bankers also. Sensational. They brought their own. They're here to give the support that is required. Yes, ideas, and they're calculating, doing the survey where the pitch is okay and not. Those are the fans, obviously, that will have to drum for their two teams for the entire 90 minutes.
They have to give support to their team. This is the only time that they need to run behind. Not only Zanaco fans, but also all these a lot of fans, other teams. We expect Zesco United, we expect Nkana, all the fans to come and really give support to Zanaco.
All right, and let's take a look at the pitch condition. It's been raining in Zambia, and you know what transpired regards to Charity semi-final between Zesco United and Napsa Stars. But hey, the concerns are genuine if we are to look at the pitch from the whatever side you might talk about.
Well, of course, the concerns are very genuine, and it's good that we've seen people working on the pitch, trying to level to make sure that the level that football can be really played on. But so far, not very bad because it has been worked on, and I think the inspectors are from CAF. They are in the pitch. They are able to inspect it, and I think for me, it's quite okay to be the game to be played on.
Does it affect the flow of the game?
Well, I don't expect that. Of course, we can have those hicks, ups and downs, but I expect the players, I think they are already prepared for this.
The players must be ready for whatever condition. Just look at how hard it is for one to make movements regards to the pitch. But again, let's talk about the arrival of the teams. Zanaco Football Club, they have done pretty well for themselves, but they look confident if you were to see how they were arriving, stamping their foot on this stadium.
Well, they look confident. They've already shown. When they managed to beat Gambia Armed Forces, that's the time, the mood that they really arrived on. And I think for me, based on those they have shown, I think they are accelerating in terms of a CAF. They don't want to start the way they started last time. You remember APR, they drew here and they went out and they were about to win 1-0. They played against Young African, the team that George Ken and Amina coaches. And we really qualified after we managed to draw 1-1 at their expense, at their home ground, go aggregate advantage. So I think for me, the team really bubbling with confidence. We expect a lot and we expect nothing than less, I think.
A lot is expected from the Zanaco side. These are the bankers, obviously, and we did manage to speak to the coach himself. And let's get to hear what the coach said in regards to this game, and Matimba was there in the chit-chat.
I would say we are very ready for the game. Though we've played Mbabane Swallows a long time ago, so we don't know how they are playing, but we're not afraid of them. In the next 5-10 minutes, we will have known how they approach the game, and we will adjust.
How have you been preparing for this afternoon's game, coming from a high where you beat Gambia Armed Forces in the last continental game?
Yeah, we told the boys that the winning Gambia is not that we need to relax. Then the game was started. We need to soldier on. We've reached this group stage in the CAF, but want to go further more than group stage. So the players are psyched and they are ready for the battle.
Share with us the changes you've made this afternoon, and also what sort of approach you're going to employ this afternoon.
Okay, in Gambia we used the one top man, and then the second top man was coming to help in the midfield. But this time around at home we are using two top men, and we believe Martin and Maisha, the new signee, they will do damage to the defense. And the only sad part is that Zio is out because he did very well. So we have replaced him with Didi Kitumbo. I believe they will do the task well.
David Chirufia confirming to us the news coming from the Zanaco Football Club. Changes have been made. Zio Tembo, the captain of the side, he's not there, but George Chirufia will be there to take the armband.
Of course, I think it's been fantastic. I think they have really formed that chemistry that you've seen them, Zio and George Chirufia. But I expect him to step in, especially that Kitumba has been given a chance, knowing that he's been fantastic. I think we watched him when we were doing the friendly game. So I think for me, Zanaco has got what it takes. Rafaz has been fantastic. I think you can see that they've got a quality in them. They are able to go in market and able to buy good quality. So I think for me, they've got a great team. And we know, and I think they should have confidence in themselves.
All right, on paper, you can say they've got a good team. But let's take a look at the players, some of the players that will bring change to this game. This is another man, a Zimbabwean international, Tafazwa Rusike.
Oh, of course, he's been fantastic. I think you and me watched them when they were playing against Gambian Armed Forces. He was the hub of the midfield. You need the quality in the midfield to help the team to excel. I think he's the man to be the hub of the midfield.
Another gentleman to look forward to in this particular encounter, all the way from Dola, Arthur Davis Stadium, Power Dynamos coming to Zanaco. 2 goals already in 2 matches that is played in the CAF Champions League.
Well, I think good business that they did with Power Dynamos. He was able to travel to Lusaka, and he is able to live to that level that Zanaco management expected him to give good goals.
All right, so those are the 2 players to look forward to in regards to the Zanaco side. Absolutely fantastic. The pool of players they've got, but it's about the interpretation of the formation given by the coach himself.
Well, of course, I think you can see that even the opponents, they are living. I think they should have confidence. They know they've already tested, they've been on this pitch before, so you can see the way they are really coming out, and they've got confidence. They know what they want. As you said, the battle of Titans, very difficult to predict, and they've got really confidence in them.
They have made a lot of appearances in regards to the CAF Champions League, but never passed the preliminary rounds. It's their first time actually to reach this level, and a lot is expected from home. The chief said, go to Zambia and conquer, because you've been to my home. A send-off party was organized for them, and that's the expectation from home.
Well, of course, they know what they expect. If they were able to give Swaziland that chance of having a group stage football, you are able to have the likes of Eohali. I think for me it's nice.
All right, for Gezani Mbewe it's nice. But let's quickly get to hear what the coach had to say in the chit-chat with Matimba Nkonje.
This is like our second home. Our king was here recently, and now we regard this as our second home. Yes, we have come here. Yesterday we were here in the pitch, but I've got a small concern. I don't know, because Zambia's got superb soccer fields. I don't know why do they bring us here. That pitch there by the center line is not playable, but what can we do? We have to make use of it.
Tell us about preparations getting to this afternoon's match. You managed to scrub through on an even scoreline from the previous match. Congratulations for you to get to this next stage. You're meeting Zanaco, no new team to you.
Yeah, they are no new team to us. We have tried to prepare well for them. Of course, we've got some fixtures at home, local games that we're playing, so it's not easy preparing for a league game. On the other side, we have to prepare for the CAF game. And yes, we have prepared for this game.
That's the coach for Mbabane Swallows, Tabo Vilakati. They call him Koki. He's won a number of games in the league this season. Look at his lineup. Sandile Gindiza, Sifiso Mabila as well, the likes of Ngeko coming to play here. He's got a lot to look forward to.
Of course, he's got a lot to look forward. Tabo has been fantastic. His signing, I think he came to the club in 2016, and he's showed that he's got quality. And you can see the way they are leading the table. They are leading the table. They are top leaders in their country with 52 points. The second team having 48 points. I think for me, that's fantastic that we're expecting them.
And they haven't lost a game this season. But even as we look at the impact player for them, from one to another, I'm sure is another man you can expect a lot of goals from, Felix Badenhorst.
Oh, he's been a very good striker. If you look at their local league, he already scored 9 goals. I think for me, it's fantastic. He's been on point. Again, if you look at also in Champions League, he's already scored 2 goals. I think fantastic. He scored against Bantu. That's what you expect. He's a very good striker.
Another gentleman, the experience coming to play here, versatility in him, Tony Sapezi, the captain of the side.
We're looking forward to do it. He needs to motivate the team. I think he's got that quality. He's been there before. I think look at how long he's been at Mbabane Swallows. He's shown that he's a great leadership, and he'll be looking forward for the positive results for him.
He's scored 2 goals so far this season, and as far as the CAF Champions League is concerned, together with Felix Badenhorst. Those are the players that are lethal when it comes to the front line. But let's talk about this particular game. It's a repeat of the 2013. Zanaco with an upper hand. They beat them 3 goals to 2 at home ground. Away to Swaziland, it was a goalless draw.
Well, I think before they came to Zambia, they know that Zambia has been really a very bad team for them. I think they have never had a good game against Zesco United. They were eliminated against Ghana. They were eliminated against Zanaco. It has happened before. I think for me, they have put in a lot of their energy to come and make sure that they can try to upset Zanaco. So always, I think it will be fantastic for him. Despite, I think, complaining about the pitch, but he knows what he's coming here for. He's got quality, he knows, and he's been really accelerating in terms of development of football there with the team. So I think for me, he's been fantastic.
African football, it's all about emotions and celebrations from the fans, the terraces themselves. You can hear the noise coming from the terraces. They're here for business. They expect their team to do very well. That's the Zambian fans, obviously, behind Zanaco Football Club. You can talk about the Mbabane Swallows supporters again. They are here ready to support, to give the support to their team. It's all about African football. Bola Pazet, Swaz football is here. Hey, the fans are giving us what we would love to see going forward in Africa.
Well, the fans are giving us, that's what we want. You've seen unity. Mbabane Swallows fans tracking to the stadium at very freedom. They're able to detect that we want this place. I think that's what we need in African football. We need to show that leadership. We need to show that togetherness. That's the only way Africa can develop in terms of football.
Development is the word, and development should be the word going forward. In as far as the African football is concerned, it's a big game if you're to ask me. We need to talk about it. It's Zanaco Football Club taking on Mbabane Swallows. The beautiful birds are here for nothing but business, but Zanaco, they'll have to tighten their security. Let's get to see in the first 45 minutes of this game, on the other side, commentary.